right, well, we are now live on YouTube, so please continue. I'll chat in between. You can continue with your story there, but you're live, just remember that. I'm still loading up, so you're welcome to chat, continue.
Yeah. Nothing more to say. I was just saying it's just have to find a way to why ground handling deluxe doesn't work with SSG 4747.
Okay.
Maybe I need a different set. I don't know.
Probably. I'll start there if I were you. Just get a set or make one.
I'm just gonna make one. I'm not gonna bother.
That's fine. Okay, so gentlemen, ladies, whoever is watching and whoever wants to get a little bit of lowdown on this new fix, I see here Zibo mentioned he's fixed the calculation of true distance from waypoint to waypoint, and he's also fixed a bug in the sequencing of one waypoint to the next waypoint. So I'm impressed. Thank you so much, Zibo. If you are watching, thank you. And if not, I'll drop you a note a little later on, and I'll thank you for that. So we're going to do this Dublin Glasgow flight again because obviously it's the easiest way to actually find out what's changed, what's different. Dark Z, that's the internal version and number of the aircraft. This is a beta of a beta, so to speak. So that's just how we designate them. When you get it, it will simply be called 17.49.17. Okay. And thank you, Uncle John. Right, okay, so I'm going to start my ACARS and then I'm just going to reload this baby. I see my frames is very low and I know why. Needs to come up. If it doesn't
Good day,
come
Nico.
up,
Please start the ACARS.
I'll set it down. Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
while I was listening to you and Krister talk, I was actually following suit. I actually set my textures now to maximum. I'm waiting for stability. All right, there it seems it's just come in now. This hard drive still reading and getting everything ready. Wow. Um, so it's early days. It's early days, but it looks like I've got about 5 to 10 frames extra just by pulling that slider all the way to the right there. Just for the
Yeah,
fun.
it's counterintuitive. People don't understand that, but when they changed into Vulkan, what used to be maximum setting now is for compressed files, right? Which is, DDS files of that nature, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I never played with it that high. Hello, Andreas. Sorry, Andres and Jojo. Yes, hello, guys. Welcome. Right, so let's reload the weather quickly. It's a bit iffy weather here, I must be honest. If I look on the radar, uh, there we go. That's what we're facing right now. All right, so like I said, Dublin to Glasgow again because we know this route already and we know what to expect, and hopefully everything is sorted. And I don't want to run it ahead of time. Zibo has not said anything, but let's hold thumbs. If it works, maybe you guys can get 17 this evening or maybe tomorrow. Let's see how fast we can finish this thing. Hello, Amar. Yeah, Uncle John, time will tell. So, let me reload the Zibo now, just to make sure. I see, Paul, you are flying this route already.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you're a
Just
little
to
bit
see
ahead.
I could give you the heads up on anything.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So far, so good.
Great,
Bless you, Paul.
great. Guys, and thank you for the ones watching on YouTube. It's nice of you to give me the support there, and everybody on Discord give the support that you guys are here. It's nice. It's nice that we don't do this alone.
Slept all afternoon, Nico.
Oh, yeah, lucky man. I worked the whole day.
Yeah, well, I thought you might.
Yeah, Caesar, good day. Oh, it's been a long day for me.
Ground supply deck hose is connected and starting refueling.
Get some volume back. Hello, Gabriel. So, that takes care of that.
Guys, the Leo's on board.
That's our route.
Ground cockpit plan is acknowledged. Call me through the menu when you're ready to go.
Good day, Nico. Please start the A cars.
I think I did. I think I did. Yep, it started. Thank you, Linda. Right, okay. So I'm pretty much not gonna really care about the wind. What I really want is to just have the flight go as planned, you know, that everything works. We'll handle the crosswinds and the tailwinds and everything else as they come. We're not scared. Runway 05 at Glasgow will be the target, so let's set up. The aisle is already. It's 1054. 101. Good stuff.
Ground to flight deck, fuel is all loaded up and you are good to go.
Thank you so much. Right. Go It's even drawn better now. Fantastic. I just love it. Hello, Noel. Done, done. Thanks, Amar. That's fine, Christer.
Ping.
What?
It's just hit Gerva exactly at the right time to get to 15,000 feet.
Amazing.
To within an arm's length, you know.
Amazing.
When you get to the step through stage, Nico, I don't know where you're at.
I'm just past that.
Get,
I can go back. Yeah.
I can get mine to go twitchy again if I put the Charlie Foxtrot 05 to 2,400 or above. It'd be interesting to see whether you can do the same or whether it's just something peculiar about me.
Okay, talk me through it when we get there.
We'll go.
Do you want me to do it now before startup and taxi, or?
Yeah, it should work now. Just let me dial down.
Okay. So where you want me to go?
Legs page.
Yeah.
Towards the arrival end.
Yeah, page 2 already.
Yeah, next page.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next page, please.
It's there. I'm at page 3 already.
Right, if you set to Charlie Fox 05 to 2,400 or above.
Okay, but it's not supposed to have it, but yeah, I'll do it for you. 2,400A. Like so. Give it a few seconds, you'll see it now.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And now if you look at the plan on your ND, it should be doing something peculiar if you execute it.
If I execute it. Okay, how far must I look? Where must I look?
I can't see for your OFB.
Oh, damn it, sorry. Okay, so I see what it's doing. It's flashing between the curve and back. Is that what you're talking about? Yeah.
Yes, sir. I'm just glad that you've got it as well, and I don't even know whether it is a problem. It's just that I remember that some of the pilots say that your final fix should be hard, but the rest above that, if you want a continuous descent and it's not forbidden, you can set them to above. So I've kind of got into the habit of doing that right or wrong. I'm not sure which.
All right, okay. You'll have to take that up with SAS and the guys. But you see, if I take the A out, then it's stable again.
Absolutely.
All right, so that little A thing, we'll have to speak to Sasso and the guys about, and then let them speak to Zibo. I'm not too clued up about that specific thing. Right, okay. Well, that takes care of so many things now. Let's run through this. Did I do what I had to do? Yes, I think I did. 145. $277, brother. 277. Thanks, Dimitri. 25,000. Oh, we're still waiting for the alignment. I beg yours. And let's quickly go have a look, see. Weather-wise, what are we talking? 1011. Okay, and that whole bunch of bad weather has seemed to have cleared out a little bit, so pity. I was looking kind of forward flying through that. But anyway, I am ready to go. I just need to close the doors, fire up the APU, and call the truck. Then we go fly.
On the fasten seatbelt sign, we do ask that all passengers take your seat at this time and please fasten your seatbelt. Just as a reminder, we cannot leave the gate until carrying items are properly put away. All overhead bins are closed and all
Ground cockpit, tow is driving up.
Thank you so much.
Okay, all doors and hatches are closed, ready to connect.
Before start procedure.
Boarding is now complete. Flight attendants prepare the cabins.
Before
Right,
start
the closed
procedure.
connected and the bypass pin's been inserted. You can release the parking brakes when you're ready.
Alright, you've got everyone strapped in. Give us a ring if you need anything.
Start pushback.
Before
and
start
you may start
procedure
your engines when you're
completed.
ready.
Start number 2 engine.
Starting number 2 engine.
Brum, brum.
25 and 2.
Oh, yeah, trim. Don't set the trim.
Trim up. Starter cutout.
Start number 1 engine.
Starting number 1 engine. 25 and 2. Starter cutout. Engine start procedure completed.
Okay, so we get about 3 seconds on the red line.
Right, the operation has been complete. Get set to park and brake when you're ready. Right, disconnecting the tow, stand by.
It's been fun, Uncle John.
That's an understatement. Ask Paul and Mac what they think.
Yeah.
My hat.
Flaps 5 set.
Right, the tow has been disconnected. The bypass pin has been removed. The hand signal will be on the right. We'll see you next time. Take care, good luck.
Thank you, thank you. 25,000. That doesn't sound good, Paul.
No.
What's wrong?
Just coming towards Lanark, the plane was slightly off to the right of the magenta line. So I went to recycle the Lanark waypoint, which it promptly deleted, and it's now gone completely cattywampus.
Oh.
Taxi lights
So
on.
maybe if you do a save before that point, and
Yeah.
perhaps if you fancy go back and try recycling that,
Okay.
maybe it would do the same for you. I don't know.
I'm gonna.
So I'm
save.
vectoring and I'm trying to scrape myself in now.
I'm gonna do a save here before I get going, and then we'll do one at just after top off climb, one just before top off descent, and we'll do it, a couple of saves,
Cool.
so we can hammer it before takeoff procedure.
Before takeoff procedure.
Did you say cat rumpus, Paul?
Runways.
I didn't. I said cattywampus.
Before takeoff procedure completed.
My hat.
Mon chapeau.
On runway 28.
Right, carry on.
Right, flight saved. You know what? I'm just gonna leave it like that then, to remind me. All good. Let's go.
Stabilized. Takeoff thrust set. knots. Throttle hold. V1. Rotate. Positive rate.
Gear up.
Gear up.
Come on, day. Hey, there's Zibo. Let me see. Oh. Zibo,
Runway
I'm so
turn
glad
off,
to see
lights
you
off.
just human as well. Paul,
Yeah. Yes.
he sent me a PM now. He says he's not sure he uploaded the correct version.
Oh my hat.
He's just human too.
It sounds like the upload when Catty Rumpus.
We love you, Zibo. Thank you.
Flaps up. And set.
Well, ladies and gentlemen on the stream, this is normal for us. If it means we do the flight again or maybe a third time, it will happen tonight. So you
Approaching
guys feel
transition.
free to come and go as you please. We won't stop until we are happy. So if you need to go make coffee, get extra biscuits or whatever, you know, to keep you going, maybe another beer or a glass of wine, you know, look after yourself, please. And we'll take it as it comes.
Transition altitude.
Did you go back to Skymaxx Pro, Nico?
Yeah. This morning I quickly just put Skymaxx Pro back. I like that X ambience. Don't get me wrong, it's not because I don't like it or something. It's just, you know, I like a bit of variation on the theme.
I hear you, brother.
Blogger man, come sit here with us. We'll talk so much in your ears you won't be able to fall asleep if you're not here already. Just come join us on Discord. You know what? If that's what your body needs, don't fight against it, man. If you want to sleep, sleep. It's fine. I felt like half asleep before the stream started because I've been watching YouTube videos and training videos the whole day. So my mind was mushy, but I'm feeling a bit better now. I just want to bring this back a little bit to see what the difference is. Marginally, if any. I don't want to go lower than that. Why must I go lower than that? Ugh. Come on. Oh, that made absolutely no difference. FPS is shocking. Dimitri, the one thing about X Ambience that is very clear to me is when you set your distance sliders, how far it must give visibility. If you bring those ones closer and you get more of the fogginess in the atmosphere, you get much higher FPS. It's like it puts a blanket over whatever the crap is on the ground, you know. And if you look outside now, there's not much haze, little bit, but not much. It's rather clear. So all the things under that haze layer that gets put in place for X ambience, all those things are now shining through, and it's visible, and they have to be rendered. So I kind of missed that. I mean, look, there's the the FPS is now back up again, but you know, certain areas it's nice when X ambience just puts the cover over it, and then you don't get that same hell of a heavy FPS drop.
I hear you. That's one of the reasons I went back to X
Takeoff
Vision
was uneventful today.
too.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to have a better control over the visibility part after certain heights.
Gotcha.
That's it.
Amar, no, you have to choose either or. You can't have both running at the same time. They're not compatible with each other. They do a very similar job, so unfortunately they will clash with each other.
Snippet things, right?
Oh, yeah, that sounded weird. Say again. Dimitri, you came through very garbled. You'll have to try again. Sorry.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds funny at the end. Try.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, better.
Okay, I was gonna say, I also venture a guess, X ambience is not
1000 to level off.
compatible or doesn't like any other Lua scripts that manipulate the same things that it does.
Exactly. Amar, if you look at my settings that I'm currently using for Skymaxx Pro, the latest version, I've given up on the initial 3D clouds for now, but I use the 3D volumetric beta clouds for the low level areas. You know, when you fly low level and come down to land or just take off and so on. And I seem to have found a good balance. I mean, if you look at the FPS there, I mean, it's not locked at this point in time. So you can see it goes over 30 and sometimes 40 and so on. Those are good frames. What seems to influence the frames obviously is the specific cloud texture, the amount of them, and then obviously whatever is on the ground. It's heavy, you know, and unfortunately there are patches in the X-Plane world where you have more FPS hunger than other places. So it's not too bad. The way I've set it up, it's not too bad, but X ambience gives you that extra boost by putting that haze layer in there and effectively blocking the stuff from the ground. Then you don't have all that interference.
What's the lowest you've been, Nico?
Uncle John, in this flight I didn't really pay attention, but I would say about 18 in this flight was the lowest that I saw.
No. Period.
What do you mean period?
Anytime.
Oh, no, it's gone down to like 8 FPS.
Yeah, same here. Mine's been down to 8.
Yeah, no, it's just especially when you get closer to Manchester, when you fly from Dublin to Manchester, that Manchester area going down south is very heavy. Your northern Spain area is very heavy, and then crossing from Vienna over the Alps into Italy, those are heavy areas, you know. Oh, and Amsterdam, for some reason, those ports and stuff there, it's heavy areas.
Well, whatever you do, don't do Heathrow. I did.
What did you do?
Went into Heathrow.
Oh. Okay. See, now it's struggling again. It's down to 17 at this time, Uncle John.
It's a shame, it really is. Hopefully, the guys in the background at X Ambience are getting it sorted, and it will be user friendly. We can only but hope.
Yeah, with their product. But I am looking forward to the day when the X-Plane world is also optimized, because this is more of a laminar issue when we talk about the stuff on the ground than anything else. You know, so we'll have to see.
Agreed.
We'll have to see.
You have X Europe installed, Nico?
No.
Okay.
I do.
I might have something to do with it, Uncle John, as well.
Well, I don't really think I've had any problems with X Europe.
It is 15 gigabytes of data that has to be loaded, and unlike other add-ons, it's used constantly by X-Plane, so it has to delve into it. Plus,
I've got a standing joke. I've got 64 gig of RAM.
try and, if you have X Organizer, try and untick it and run it and see if you see any difference. I probably venture a guess that you'll see a big difference.
There's no two systems the same, and you have to remember that.
Right, we have got 1013 at Glasgow. 1013. Oh, you know what? No, don't go and do that. Why?
So are we expecting an Echo 8 or an Echo 7 Alpha maybe?
Probably an Echo 8. $163 at 8. Alright, 203. That's more like it.
I love to fly.
I'm glad, Linda. And we've got 49. Thank you, Caesar. Talk later. Right. And he's done. 110. 1. Right. Okay. So 26. 26. 3 tons down. Okay, 600 kgs. 1. Progress. It's back. I think that's done. Yes, Amar, a small difference there will definitely be. I spoke about it this morning. The two big things that you need to put on the forecast page is the QNH of the arrival airport and your transition level. That those two are in my words, my opinion, mandatory, because without the QNH you're going to have a different or a broken VNAV path once you go, out of standard to the local QNH, and the transition flight level obviously needs to turn standard yellow, so you will actually be prompted to press the standard, button to go to the local QNH. So I'll have to see. Those are the important ones. If you don't put the winds, it's not going to make a big difference. Slight difference. Not the end of the world. Alright, so we're getting some reflection there. You see now with the storm clouds and everything, look at that FPS. It's not as stable as it was, and it came down a bit low now. Thanks, Blogger Man. I actually took it out because of the FPS heat that I got.
So it's pulled down and safe.
I am, thanks, John.
Oh, sneeze. Right, well, I've made 3 save points now, Paul.
Righty-ho.
Yeah, this FPS is taking one heck of a hit now.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Hello.
Hello.
I deleted it, Skymaxx Pro and RWC, and I installed Xambience again, and that looks a little bit better than Skymaxx Pro.
Okay. I saw your comment in Discord, yeah.
I'm so happy with Discord, helping each other out.
1000 to level off.
Can only assume that you worked poor Mr. Mac to death last night, Paul.
No, he bailed an hour earlier than me, nearly. I think it was only 2 o'clock when he got to bed.
So what do you reckon he's done? He's gone off for a rest so he can do the night shift again?
Probably.
Yeah.
They stop up descent for 15. Not really, it looked like it, so let's zoom in. It's trying to get level at 15, that's what I'm seeing.
Thousand to level off.
Hello, Carl. Welcome.
That was a loud greeting, Carl. Yes. I've just noticed that those dots are slightly off the line, so maybe that's what I was seeing.
Yeah, I just took a screenshot of that.
Thousand to level off.
Looking pretty damn good though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Thousand to level off.
Okay, have you dialed down your altitude, Nico?
Yes, 2,400.
Oh, there she blows. Impatience. Calm down, Paul.
My name is not Paul. I know. I am Paul. Oh, shame. Zibo says he's got it. No, man, don't let it worry you. Zibo, just upload the thing. Let's go fly. Send the new one. Sorry, I misread that. He says the arc are cut. It's the way he speaks. Sorry, Zibo, misinterpreted that one. But it's good enough. Just send it. Send the new one.
Gentlemen, I'll say good afternoon.
Hello, Carl.
Hey. Hello.
It's been too long since I met voice, so I thought I'd pop on and say hi to Nico and the lads.
Of course. Thank you so much. we are having fun, it seems, and we'll probably do a flight after this one again. I'm just waiting for Zibo to upload the new version now.
Yeah, don't be broadcasting that you're having fun. That's not approved. You have to keep your fun in check, or they will take it away. I found.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh, this is such hard work. Oh, I'm crying.
That's better. That's better right there. Secure the happiness, as we used to say in the military. Secure all happiness.
Well, Nico, if you want a hoot now, just recycle Lanark. See what happens.
And it drops Lanark completely, and then yeah. I see what you mean. Damn it.
Makes the flight quicker.
I've just reloaded flight 3. Let's go back.
Oh. Sorry.
No worries. No. We're here for fun. We're keeping it under wrap. Oh, yeah, that was bad. Let's cry. No, it's fine. It's fine. I'm not sure how long Zibo's going to be, so we might as well go land, go back to Dublin, do what we need to do. Yo, this thing's taking forever to load. Imagine it puts me on a different flight that it didn't save the flight or something like that.
1,000 to level off.
1,000 to go. 1,000 to go. $1,000 to go.
I really am looking forward to next weekend.
Well, then I'm trying to enjoy this weekend so long. You've got it now, so just make the best of it.
$1,000 to level off. $1,000 to level off.
You know, Nico, I hear a lot of people talking with all this excitement about flight sim, and I often tell them, you'll know the MSFS is at a decent maturity level when you have an aircraft analogous to the Zibo 737 in that simulator. Until that happens, in my mind, it'll always be second rate.
Gotcha.
Now they're making progress, and they have a lot of beautiful graphics and things like that. But you know, from a systems level, when you look at the Zibo, it's just about as good as you're going to get until you start getting into the real high dollar, you know, approved motion sims and all that sort of thing.
Oh yeah.
Besides that, Zibo's put enough development in this jet to exceed the output of about 3 different modern nations.
Mm.
I'll be right back. Someone's actually at my door.
Okay. Uncle John, you just reminded me, you know, I paid good money for these things and I never ever use it. I really never use these things. One more. There you go. Hey, actually it looks so cool. Right, so now we have a number 4, we can come back to here as well. You know why it's not on the magenta line, Paul? It's because those arcs are cut. That's why. That's what Zibo meant.
Yeah.
So if you look at the circles, the aircraft is on the actual correct path, following and flying over the circles, but the magenta line is drawn badly because it's the wrong code for the arcs. That's why.
Okay, D-cell. Where are you? That first dot was actually behind the point before it started to dial down.
Yeah. I bet you when we fly the correct version shortly, it's going to be totally a different ball game again.
Yeah.
Exactly, Gent, yeah, same. Oh, now we are in the milk. What do you mean 20, Uncle John? What's 20?
Approaching transition. 1000 to level off.
Oh, he's not in the group with us. Where did he go to?
I think he mean 20 likes, and now it's 19 again.
Okay. Arthur, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. We'll have to ask one of the pilots. Boeing 737, go to the description below the video, click on show more. I've got the latest change log in there. And then that's for today's model. And then what will happen is you need to check the other streams related to 17 to pick up on all the other changes. Or go to the forum where I summarized the previous changes. There's a whole host of them. It's mainly concerning the ND, the drawing code on the ND, as well as all the other related code in the FMC and how the aircraft flies, LNAV.
1000 to level off.
That's a very short version of it, Uncle John. Very short version. Jason, welcome to this crazy family.
1000 to level off.
Here we go. There's number E8. Got it. I'm not even going to waste time, guys. I'm going to quickly grab it and then we'll fly again.
I am too familiar in the Skymatix.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Right, guys, let me just quickly get this screen capture on so you don't have to look at a blank screen. Let's go install this new version quickly. E8.
Assume you've seen that, Paul. It's uploaded.
Yes, sir, thanks.
Thank you, Kent. That's perfect. Exactly how it's supposed to be. Hey, Christmas twice in one day. Yeah, yeah. EIDW. Flight configuration. We want this engine started. Then we can spawn.
Skymatix.
Yeah, Pavel.
737 Max release next week in September.
I'm not sure. I see the guys are working on our side in Level Up. They're working hard on that thing, so I'm not sure when it's coming.
Do you know when release the next level?
Nope. I've got the latest test version, and it's really nice, but not sure when it's released or gonna be released.
Skymatix. Tell me the deliveries for Zibo, yes?
Yes.
Is working the deliveries for level up or
No, it's not compatible. It's a totally different format.
Outstanding.
Right, I'm just reloading the Zibo. Then I just want to wait for all the FPS and everything to settle. Then we'll load that flight and get going. Everything is the same, Kent. Same flight plan, same everything. What I'm going to do is I am in fact going to load from here. Flight 3. So let's see what happens. Woo, Cole, thank you so much.
Wow.
That is very generous of you, sir. Thank you very, very much.
Carl Childers donated $50 through SuperChat. For Nico and the Skymatix community. Keep on keeping on, Nico.
Thank you, sir. Much appreciated.
It's alright. Would you like cigarette?
TARA mode set.
Thank you, Carl.
Stabilized.
Uncle John, how goes it, good sir? It's always funny when you go from the deck to in flight, above the clouds. It's awesome.
Yeah.
By the way, I was talking about Flight Sim's eye candy earlier. I've got a pretty strong feeling, especially based on the screenshots that, Austin has been sharing, that the next major release of X-Plane is going to be beyond expectations, I'll say that.
Yeah, it looks very nice. There you go, look. The circles are on the magenta already again. Awesome, Zibo. See, now it's drawing it much better.
Excellent.
Very forward thinking, doing some saves, Nico.
I'm using the saves I made in the previous flight, Uncle John.
Yeah, I appreciate that. That's what I'm saying. Very forward thinking. Well done.
Okay then, sorry, I misheard you. I'm hearing something about pudding and marshmallows on hot chocolate and stuff here in the background, Uncle John, so forgive me.
Stop it, stop it, stop it.
I just had I had to listen that side and your side at the same time.
Which one won?
Oh, it's clearly Uncle John lost, so that's why I do apologize.
Again.
I am a children's. What do you want from me? I love my marshmallows on my hot chocolate. Call question for you.
There we go. I'm with you, Uncle John. Let's go to wherever Nico is and just beat him briskly about the ears and face for such a culinary insult.
Love it.
Call.
Yeah, yes, sir.
Kent is asking you if you have if it is a Texan accent that he detects.
I don't really have an accent. I put on whatever I want, you could be a bit of all right, yeah. You can do that.
Okay.
Or if you like a little bit of the Irish there, you can do that too, boyo.
Approaching transition.
Or
Transition
you
altitude.
can even go from the depth of the Bangalore and go to the convenience store.
Oh my God.
Oh my God, we're going to do the needful. And I'm not mocking, I'm impersonating. There's a difference.
Big one.
Yeah, Texas would be like, boy, that fella there, he's just about as scared as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
I can just imagine that. My cat is here on the chair next to me. Shame. Her long tail all tucked in.
Yeah, where I'm from, they have all sorts of interesting colloquialisms. Some that my grandparents used to share are no longer possible to be shared, but in their context and in their time, they were hilarious.
me just zoom in a little bit here as well. Okay, Zibo just asked me to zoom in a bit, so there you go.
Come on, Dots, come back.
Yeah, the dots just disappeared. I'm not sure if that's now because I'm using a saved flight situation or what. I mean, if we have to start from scratch, we're going to do that anyway. So Zibo, if we get to the bottom and there are issues, I'm just going to reset the flight from scratch and I won't use a save flight situation again. Thank you, Reinhard. You see, I got the hot chocolate and the marshmallows.
No, stop it now.
Now that's interesting. The save does not honor the new, integrity, new parameters and things like that. That's interesting.
I'm not sure if it is that. That's why I feel I will be more comfortable if I go back and start from scratch again.
Yeah, I agree. I was thinking about the complexity of that. If you think about it,
yeah,
because now you'd be forcing constraints on something that never was tested in that scenario, and it'd be a tester's nightmare, I would think.
Mm.
You can see some dots.
Yeah, but not the 10,000 foot mark ones.
Well, surely Zibo would be the one that would know whether safe flight would work with the new data or not.
Yeah.
I doubt it, and don't call him Shirley.
My thinking is it's using the saved data end of.
Oh, Nico, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking. I should have done a tip because the super chat will have so much taken out from it. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that.
No, it's not bad. It's fine. It's fine.
The Zibo is very beautiful aircraft. The 737.
Very.
It's very realistic.
Absolutely. I think the Zibo has done more to get people up to a higher level of flying excellence than any other aircraft in X-plane.
Absolutely.
The X-plane simulator is very realistic, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Zibo, yes. Yes, it is possible. Yeah, he says I must start from scratch. Steve, if you look below the video, if you click on show more, you'll see the two latest little changes. So just look below the video.
Yeah, it's a fixed calculation, true distance from waypoint to waypoint, and debug sequencing to the next waypoint.
Yeah. Yeah, Kent, Zibo always recommends that you save your flights in the latest Zibo model because of changes in the code. You know, otherwise, if you use an old version, things can go wonky.
Yeah, Kent, to your comment, that's exactly the point. You have so many parameters that were unenforceable or just not even present in the previous saves. It makes it a testing nightmare. So from the troubleshooting path and also just the operational path, the best thing to do is start from that clean slate.
Okay. All right, guys, there's something else Zibo wants me to disclose to you. Now, I see there are 34 guys on stream, so I presume that some of you may have had that you know, there was for the longest time this problem where you save the Zibo, or sorry, you pause the Zibo, or you go do a replay and the Zibo is paused, and then you unpause the Zibo mod and it bursts into flames. You know that story? You've heard of that?
Yep, go, carry on.
All right. So while Zibo was working on this very version 17, he actually just by sheer chance figured out what the problem was, and he says he's fixed it. All right. So
oh, excellent.
yeah. So it was something in the code. It's something. I don't want to get too technical, but he did find it, and it's fixed. So if you pause again, it shouldn't burst into flames, or watch a replay, it shouldn't burst into flames.
I just thought it was the airplane repo guys coming because someone didn't pay their lease.
It only happened to me twice in my whole life. The one time was because Active Sky failed and I reloaded in flight, and then it tripped the aircraft apart. And then we were somewhere in Norway or Sweden, high up in the northern parts. And
approaching transition.
What happened there was we paused, did a replay, and went back. The thing broke. We've never ever been able to determine what it was. We have asked dozens of people who have reported it, please give us more info, give us more, and we couldn't. And then yesterday, Zibo just by sheer chance discovered what it was.
Yeah, you did a replay, got on the runway, and suddenly it burst into flames.
Yeah. So anyway, that's fixed now as well in this version.
Yeah, that never happened to me, but I've seen enough YouTube videos. I know it's not, you know, a made-up thing. It's kind of funny, and then not when it happens to you, it's not funny at all, of course.
No, but we couldn't figure it out. I'll tell you, we have asked so many guys, give us more info, give us more info. We couldn't figure it out. And Zibo he says he was busy looking for a data rev for something, and he noticed just with the corner of his eye, one of the parameters went, you know, out of bounds, and it's that one thing that crashed. Poof, caused it.
It's like Bob Ross used to say, a happy accident.
Yes. Yeah, Kent. Let me go back. I'll tell you exactly what Zibo says. What it was. I know there are many theories about it, what it was, but now that he's found what it is, it's easy enough to explain. I didn't want to go very technical, but let me show you or tell you what he said. The issue was in the calculation of some of the forces, right? So during the pause or replay process, these forces were accumulated, in brackets, raised. Those forces would accumulate and increase over time. The longer you pause, the greater the forces would be. And that was added to the flight model upon the unpause of the sim. So it's like you have the aircraft there, you lifted a ton, you know, a couple of tons worth of bricks in the air, and the moment you unpause it, you just drop those whole freaking batch of bricks on the aircraft. Goof. And there's the flickering again.
1000 to level off.
Alright, so Zibo said he's not sure it's fixed, and obviously it's not fixed. Zibo, there you go. So guys, I hope that makes sense. You know, the forces accumulated in the pause position over time, and the longer you pause, the greater the forces was. The moment you unpause, everything would rush in and crush the Zibo, basically.
To level off.
As easy as that.
1000 to level off. 1000 to level off. Thousand to level off. 1000 to level off. 1000 to level off.
Exactly, Kent. That is very true. From the very beginning, when I first looked at the data ref editor and things like that, See the data ref editor, don't know if you guys can see that. There's the data ref editor and there's a data ref tool that we use when we troubleshoot. Since looking at that, even if this aircraft is stationary with parking brake set, chocks in place, this aircraft always moves. And at one point in time, that was part of the reason why when you set the parking brake it would trip, because it just takes a gust of wind and it moves the aircraft 1 millimeter too far. It cancels the brake. And this thing is always in motion. The explained world is a very dynamic, moving world. It's not stationary at all. There's always some other force working in on something. Thank you, Zibo. You see what happens the moment you get the little arc in, you're high. The moment the arc goes away, you're low when the arc comes in because it's a greater track, and then when the arc goes away, you're actually high. You see, now you're high when the track miles are less. See that? Zibo's just sent me a message. He says it is related to the real-time distance calculation, and he will look at that. Yeah, Kent, it's because there's longer track there and there's shorter track there. So you're either high or low depending on the actual track. So, yeah, he'll fix it, he says, so it's fine.
When I worked at Xbox for many years, our chief competitor was Sony with their PlayStation. And every time something difficult came up, I would say, if this shit was easy, Sony would do it. It's like this X-Plane stuff here, if this shit was easy, everyone would do it. It takes someone really gifted and, that has the intellect for troubleshooting, really a passion for troubleshooting to do what Zibo does.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's lots of good technical people, but they don't have that next layer of passion and precision that really gives us what we have in the Zibo.
1000 to level off.
1000 to go.
And it would be all too easy to take that for granted, but we should not take it for granted.
$2,500.
Flaps 1 set. Flaps 5 set. Localizer capture.
Hello, Scotsman.
Flaps 15 set. Glide slope capture.
Thank you, sir.
Flaps 30 set.
How much frames do you have right now, Nico?
How much what?
FPS.
Frames. 25. It's between 25 and 27.
Ah, okay, still smooth.
Yeah, it goes below 20. I hate it.
The OBS overhead tax. Nico, do you do any shopping on Amazon?
I know.
I only mention it because when you shop there, like many sites, it uses an algorithm to find out other things you might be interested in.
Oh yeah.
And one thing it showed me the other day, I don't know how it got to this, but it says, would you be interested in a ASR titanium ice pick? It's 9 inches long. It's about $60.
Wow.
But it's titanium.
Yeah.
It's a very odd recommendation.
Well, maybe it looked at your alias, kind of fitting for Carl.
Right.
Yeah, you see.
Well, that'd be a lawnmower blade, though, honestly. Kaiser blade.
Dangerous act murder.
Or if it had been giving me some recommendations about them there French fried potatoes, the big ones.
100.
There were two fellers on a bridge, and one of them was from Arkansas, and I don't remember the rest of the deal.
Speed brake up. Reverse unlocked. 80 knots. Throttle hold. Auto brake in use. knots.
Nico, what headset do you use, by the way?
Brilliant landing.
3,000
nice one,
feet
sir.
remaining.
You know, the funny thing with this Corsair headset that I've got is it's like the cable, the USB cable, the outer cover of this cable, this rubbery substance they use to encapsulate the actual copper. It's disintegrating. It reminds me of our rubbish bin bags. It's like it's got a lifespan. It's biodegrading. It's literally biodegrading as I'm sitting touching it. It's like it's going falling apart. It's weird.
That's really weird. I got to mention, by the way, with the other comments here, that was a pretty nice landing.
Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Huh? Oops. All right. So let's see what Zibo says. Okay.
Warm time, Zibo is very beautiful.
Right, gentlemen, I'm signing off for tonight. See you maybe tomorrow.
Thank you. Thank you for watching. Thanks. Yes.
See ya. Be safe.
Right. So I'm going to close explain and then restart.
I feel like a puss for not mentioning this earlier, but I trust everyone here is safe and well and doing okay.
Yeah, all good.
Yes, thank you.
Kent, I'm not using any oils. I mean, the closest thing to any oily substance would be my lip ice that I sometimes use. And I'm one of these people. My wife always laughs at me. I don't walk around with anything on my hands, and the slightest dirt, the slightest off feeling, the slightest thing I touch that I don't like, I go wash my hands. So my hands are maybe too clean sometimes. Um, so I don't know what the hell it's about, but it's definitely it's falling apart in many places. Yeah.
I find most human beings in general have issues where they don't wash their hands as often as they should. And if people would just wash their hands just regularly, you know, this coronavirus and other stuff would be greatly mitigated by that act alone.
Yeah. Yeah, I've always been that way since I have my mind that I can remember as a young boy. Um, my hands, I hate it when it's dirty. I can't stand it. Always go wash
Yeah,
it.
yeah. And I'm not talking about Howard Hughes, go wash your hands till they bleed. I mean just basic, you know, hygiene kind of thing, which I know you're talking about that as well. I just figured I'd state the obvious for everyone else. You know, I've seen other people try to get like the MD-80s and other jets like the 300, A300 from American Airlines, where they had that painted logo, but the majority of the jet was, you know, shiny, and it's very hard to do apparently. So your livery, the one you fly personally, really stands out for that same reason.
Yeah, yeah. Right. Zibo says it's not necessary to do the full flight again. So it looks like we've done our bit.
Well, good. I hope you got what was necessary, I should say.
Yeah.
Oh, my hat.
I sent him
Windshield.
another question. I just want to see if he's going to respond on that question. Otherwise, I'm going to stop the stream. And that's it. That's how it works, you know. Some days good, some days bad, some days long, some days short. But I mean, it seems he's seen what he needed to see. He could have walked away already. Now he's not seeing my question there. Anyway, let's do it this way, guys. If Zibo comes back and he says here's a new version, and if it's in time, I mean, if it's in the next half an hour, it's okay. But if it's longer than half an hour, I mean, it's already 20 past 9 p.m. here, then I'm not going to stream tonight. Then we'll stream tomorrow in the morning. So let's see. I'm gonna stop this stream for now. If you wanna keep chatting, we can use the other platforms. But if there's another test stream, you'll see when it pops up on YouTube. Yeah, what can I do? That's the best offer I have right now. So thank you for watching and thank you for all the support, guys. On behalf of everybody on this side, thank you for all the support.
Yeah, thanks for doing the stream, and thank you, Mr. Zibo, for the outstanding and continual support of your product and the community.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks, guys. Let's get to these credits. Let's roll the credits, and then we're going to say goodbye. Goodbye, gentlemen and ladies, if there are any.
Bye.
See you guys. Be safe.